Hello everybody! Welcome back to another music tip of the week. My name is Mr. Jordan, and today we're going to learn part 2 of our major and minor chords. Now, I'm going to help you learn some of your favorite songs using these chords, but if you haven't checked out our previous video about major and minor chords, go ahead and check that out to get familiar, but I'll give you a quick review about what those chords are. Major and minor chords use groups of 3 and 2 notes that are not played in between the notes of the chord. So it sounds confusing, but major chords use 3 and 2. What that means is, in between my bottom note and middle note, we need 3 keys that are not played. 1, 2, 3. In between the top 2 notes, we need 2. So 1, 2. Okay, now the minor chord is the opposite. We need 2 and 3. So in between my bottom note and middle note, we need 2. 1, 2. In between the middle note and the top note, we need 3 keys. 1, 2, 3. Notice how that sounds sad? The major chord sounds happy. Okay, so we're going to use these chords to learn Ed Sheeran's song, Perfect. Now, most songs use major and minor chords, but it's a matter of understanding what kind of chords they are, so that way you can play it at home. Now, if you take a look at music, like if you just Google Ed Sheeran's Perfect chords, it might look something like this. Or if you have sheet music, it'll look something like this. Today, we're not going to use sheet music, just so everybody can understand. The important thing is you need to be able to see chords above the lyrics. Now, major and minor chords have different symbols to tell us what kind of chord it is. Major chords are either a capital letter, or M-A, or even a triangle. Minor chords, however, are M-I, or a lowercase letter, or even just a dash. Those will tell us what kind of chord we need to play. Now, if we take a look at the song, you'll see that our first chord is a C. Now, the actual song takes place in the key of A flat major, so it'll sound a little bit different. We're going to do it in the key of C to keep it simple. Now, our first chord is C major. So remember, we need 3 and 2. It's going to look something like this. Now, our next chord is an A dash, so that's going to be A minor. Our next chord is an F major, so remember 3 and 2, and then G major. Okay, so if you get those chords down, it's going to sound like this. All right, sounds good already. Okay, if you want to make this a little bit more advanced for yourself, take the bottom note of whatever chord you're playing, and then play that with your left hand. So C major with my right hand, left hand's playing a C. And then I'm going to go to A minor, and then F major, and then G major. So once you have those chords, then you can do the next step, which is learn the melody, which you can sing or you can play. Now, if you want to make your left hand a little bit more difficult, you could play the bottom and the top note. So C major is going to be C and G. A minor, F major, and then G major. Okay, now the last step, if you want to make it even more advanced, you could play the bottom note to the top note, but all 3 of them. We call this an arpeggio in music. So bottom, to top. We're going to do this 4 times. 1, 2, 3, then our next chord, A minor. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And that's pretty much it. So if you put it all together, it might sound something like this. G major. Okay, that's it. So you now have what it takes to get ready to play some of your favorite songs. And you can do this with any song. As long as you understand whether it's a major chord or a minor chord, you can do this by yourself. Lastly, if you take a look at the next part of Ed Sheeran's song, you'll see that it's the exact same chords, just in a different order. So instead of C major, A minor, F major, G major, it's A minor to F major to C major, and then G major. And you can do the exact same process that we did. So that is pretty much it for our major and minor chords and learning a song using these chords. Our next step would be to use different orders of notes to help us make this song sound more unique and sound different even though we're playing the same chords. And we'll do that in our next video. So, my name is Mr. Jordan. Remember, music is a wonderful thing to share, so I hope that you share this with another musician. I'll catch you guys in the next music tip. Bye!